hold your head up, it's kasi sesifigile, the time is now today. Kuzoba mnandi, the feeling's getting stronger, the world is yours to play. It's the
100% talk for 100% real people. Yes, it is season 4 of the show that gives you the real talk because you are the real people at eThekwini. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscribe on social media. Nothing goes unnoticed. But most importantly, please remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you can see this and all other episodes. Namhlanje, I'm so excited to be looking this ravishing, done by Zaviar Fashion House. They are over at the DFF Emporium in Umlazi Mega City. And thank you so much to the Durban Fashion Fair for partnering with us for this episode. I would love to also give a huge thank you to the Musgrave Center for hosting us namhlanje. Musgrave Center has become a very big friend of the 100% Talk Show. So thank you once again, Musgrave Center, for opening your doors to us. So namhlanje we're going to be talking about an interesting topic where we are coming into the month of beautiful fashions, the coldest month of the year as well. But the fashion does not fall short. And with us namhlanje we have an amazing panel of the most talented people eThekwini, and we're going to talk to them about the broader fashions, but let's just talk about this month in particular. So Halloween, guys. Halloween. Hello. Oh goodness, it's so great to have you.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, so thank you so much for coming here and taking the time. Right. So get on my far right over there. I've got Mxolisi Luke Mkhize. Oh, so Mxolisi Luke Mkhize of House of Saint Luke. Yes?
Yes.
It's a house, a whole house.
It's a mansion.
It's a mansion of And right next to him, we have got Mr. Sibu Msimang of Sibu Msimang Designs. How are you, Sibu? The rose amongst the other thorns. Besides this rose. But it's the other rose. And last but not least, we've got Athenkosi Mfungula of Limfuks. Please introduce Limfuks to us, manje.
It's Limfu.
So welcome, guys. Thank you so much. We just want to chat and have an amazing time. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of a moment. Tell a little bit about yourselves and a little bit about your fashion houses, about your fashion mansions. You know, where do I start?
Sanibonani. My name is Sibu Msimang, and I'm a fashion designer. I've been in the industry for 16 years.
Wow.
Right now, I have a brand of ready-to-wear clothing, and I'm a co-owner of the Fifth, a shop down in Glenwood Village. And I do mostly ready-to-wear, but I also do custom-made designs as well. Wow. So I'm also a teacher.
All right, Limfu. Over to you. Yeah.
Well, I come from Maritzburg. I'm Athenkosi or Mfungula. I'm a menswear designer, but I'm listening to all spaces. I want to know all around. Yeah, I mean, I deal with custom-made stuff mostly. I love high fashion. Well, coming up in the fashion industry, I mean, we have Abo Sibu, Abo Mkhize to look up to. I mean, we are almost 5 in the industry since I graduated from school. So, Angela's both of Pambili and Ibona Pambili, and I'm really grateful to have a Bantu Baranje. I would say, okay, this happens like this and this happens like that.
And last but not least, Mr. Luke. Yes. Oh, Mr. Luke. It's not Mr. Luke. Yeah.
My name is Umlazi Mega City. Luke Mkhize, bilingual Luke, because obviously that came with the name House of Saint Luke. If only you guys told me earlier that doing ready-to-wear was the way to go, I would have jumped into it much earlier. But I started with doing custom-made pieces, which over time I've realized that that is not really what I'm passionate about. I love fashion, and fashion is your way of expressing yourself in what you love and what you see out there. So that is what you have to offer to the people. And when you, when you have a customer, a client coming into you, they're telling you what they want,
Right.
which in turn limits you in expressing and sharing your ideas of what your mindset or your creativity is like. So when I hear Sibu speaking about ready to wear and having clothes on the rail, because some people don't know what ready to wear is, I wish I knew that there was an opportunity there, because that's where I would have started. And only now it makes sense to me, and only now that gives me peace, because with dealing with clients one-on-one gives you stress, anxiety, depression. We've seen that with a lot of international designers, and it's something that most of us as creatives are not ready to talk about. But
we'll come back. We'll have another episode.
We'll come back.
Yes, jump on that.
So
awesome, guys! Welcome. Thank you so very much. So your story has been absolutely amazing. But I mean, I don't know what got you into fashion in the first place, right?
My first diploma. I'm a professional chef. I used to watch economic programs, especially in CNN, so I was very interested in that. But and then good in career path abazali abakufisela yona. Ngaphuma esikoleni ngayokwenza ilokunjani. Ngayofundela ukuba chef. So abazali bami bengeke understand indaba ukuthi yokwenza fashion yothunga. And then ngathola umsebenzi. So sengutholile umsebenzi kodwa yabo kukhona le nto nje ukuthi kufanele ngaphili.
Yes.
So ngangivuka njalo ekseni because ngiqala emsebenzini ngo10 ngangu-supervisor. So ngangena ngo10 emsebenzini phuma u7. So every morning ngangize Durban, ngangisebenzela eMontclair. Every morning ngangize Durban e-library, ngangithanda ukufunda. Hambe nge-library ngifunda incwadi. Ngelilanje ngihambele nge-library as usual. Hawu nayi le ncwadi yelo nje ithi nje take me. Ngithaze le ncwadi title yayo ithi do it, a guide to achieving your dreams. So le ncwadi ikhuluma ukuthi how as people wenza into ube comfortable kuyona, even when it's uncomfortable, but uyahlala lapho uncomfortable kanjalo. Ungafuni ukushiya i-comfort zone. So yayikhuluma ngalezi zinto kanjalo. So emva kalokho ngathi hayi man ngifuna ukwenza fashion. Hambe mama fashion athi bawudaliwe. Umsebenzi yothunga. So ngipush le ndaba fashion ngi-apply ngithathwe ngenhlanhla ke yayisakhona ke imali engangibekile. Ngakwazi ukufunda ngaqeda, sengiqedile ukufunda sengifuna phela ukuyisebenza yabo, but umzali wayengayizwisisa lento uyathunga iphi imali izovela la ekuthungeni. But ngohamba isikhathi sebona sengikwazi ukuthenga imoto, sengikwazi ukuyisupport, so wagcina understand ukuthi okay angimiyeke bangithunga nezidodo zakhe.
So Athenkosi, when abazali bayizwa lento from the beginning or not, how was your story of getting into fashion?
Yeah, I think bayizwa igcine lento from the beginning, because Uma has always supported me with some things inside. This started in I think it was 2007, in high school. I always sketched Ahmad and Ingo was a girl, but I never thought of pursuing fashion. And then it came as a surprise when after high school, there's a school in Maritzburg, fashion. So when I got there and baby creator a bash, I was mind blown. And I knew it's a Kaya, this is me. This is me. So and as I said, Uma has always been Mvawam, and it's also
yeah, amazing. Paul, what was your story? How did you get into fashion?
Didn't we go to varsity together?
We did. We did. Did you just realize that now? You're like,
no, I remember the photo.
Of course,
Yeah, I was supposed to be a nurse. Yeah.
So what does supposed to mean? Like you're already registered and going to do the... I was being
forced to do it because my grandmother was like, hey, we don't have money to take it to school, but we've got registration for nursing. And when you study nursing, you get paid while you are studying.
Right. So
for her,
it's for the parents.
you know. So we don't have to support you. We'll give you a startup and then. And I remember she gave me 50 rands to go to Ekingedon to get all the documents that I needed. And then I took a train. And I got off at Kongela.
So from where was home?
Umlazi.
Right.
So I took the train and I got off at Kongela and I walked straight up Francois Road. I wasn't sure where I was going, but all I knew was that there's that peak. And I really didn't know what it was. Everyone just said, it's UKZN. And that's where I wanted to be.
Right.
I couldn't afford it. I knew, and I didn't even know how much the school fees was, but I knew that I wanted to be there. So I walked up, straight up, and I got there. It was the 14th of February, 2005. And I sat on a line. I didn't ask questions because I was embarrassed. So I just sat on a queue that I saw, and the queue went it started like in the morning from 8, and I remember I got into the dean's office, it was around 11. I applied to do my honors, I started, and I was like bored. I had already started tapping into the fashion industry.
How?
Through Sandile Mlambo, who was my designer at the time.
Right.
And because I would go to a studio and I would just chill and wait for my stuff, I started like, what can I do to help? Because I want these pants and my function is, you know, okay, can I iron? Can I do something? You know, and that's how it all started. Because from there, I was now able to pick and choose what fabrics I wanted. And now I would go to the fabric shops with them, you know, and okay, you're making Sibu something. Okay, let's go. I saw Sibu when you were consulting with her. Okay, let's go and find a fabric, you know. And it was exciting for me because from the time I saw him interacting with Sibu and me buying the fabric with them, and then Sibu coming to fit, for me it was like a whole 360.
Right.
What?
This is how the thing works.
You spoke to her and then you sketched and then you know, and now I started. The funniest thing is when I sketch, I do exactly what he does, how he starts. Because for me, that's
how you do it, yeah.
Okay, so you start with this, and there must be, you know, the breast.
Okay.
And that's everything. And that's how, even when starting to do menswear, when I'm drawing something for a man, I would start with the shoulders and the breast. But it helped me because it gave me a reason to start. And then it also gave me shelter because I didn't know where to start. I didn't have an office, you know. And the worst thing that he did, which was the best thing, is that he threw me into the deep end. Because he was like, hey, I've got guys who want to do menswear stuff for the July. And the July is in 3 weeks. Can you put it together? And I was like, but you said you want to start. So I was like, oh, okay. But when it happened, I remember there is a guy with DJ Phil. Well, I went to
DJ Phil, yeah.
And that was my first client. And I was supposed to make him a suit. He was playing at the Mapeleni Monkey for the July. And his coat was this short.
Is that how it was supposed to be? Or that's
a long coat, but I didn't know how to take measurements. And the July was the following day.
Oh my God.
So I had to make it happen overnight. But the fact that I made 50 rands profit from the whole thing is and from there I just was like, okay, I'm leaving everything else. This is where I want to be.
And I think one of those challenges that I'm sure all of you have faced is doing this big July extravaganza, right? This big July fashion extravaganza. So maybe tell us about the first time that you were ever invited.
I think the first time I was introduced to Ilento to Durban July was when I was still at school. We did a Vodacom Durban July Young Designer Award. And like I think I'm when it comes to fashion and industry as a whole. But when we got there, like
and how did you get that opportunity? Through the school?
Through the school,
right.
In school.
Right.
So when we got there, I think there were 88 or 100 participants, and and that's in the industry. And futhi abadlala uyabona ukuthi izinto abazenzile.
That's the scariest part. You think you can.
Yeah, well that's good because it's that opportunity to learn.
Yes, most definitely. And ngangazi ukuthi njengoba ngilapho angaboni next. Because we did I'm a cheese and wines because I went to the top 10, so I got to experience.
You went to the top 10 from the 100.
Yes,
Well, that's the first time you actually went.
And we got to experience. We got to see Abosi because they were invited designers. They were showcasing. So we were one, and then there was this guy who Martin. Because we were. If fashion show is just everything, like we always discuss it, and seeing them as invited designers, Sasa was okay, this is the goal down the line. It's funny to be invited to Kanji, and when we actually got to the July, yes, now it's not the 100.
Are you okay now? Because you're over the 100. And now everything unfolds. Yeah.
Everything, like everything. What you just like.
Sibu, your first experience?
My first experience, I think I'm going to say third day duty. Ngaba top 10 we young designer competition.
Hey, you're not top 10.
Yeah, of course. So the top 10 we young designer competition, and then yeah, well, it was nice. It was nice.
What does that mean? It's like it was nice. It was like it was nice. Wow, we like that. Could you like on my face? It's nice.
And Tom was never saying because I've been both invited designer and I've entered a competition now for no fashion challenge 99. So now it's like, oh
Yeah. So your preparation process in this
okay, in preparation process, funny to understand the theme ukuthi thini. Nokuthi theme ungayithathi literally. Makuthiwa theme is a flower.
Yeah.
Don't take the flowers is mese ufaka amahlamvu engubeni. Cabanga ukuthi okay, what's the purpose of the flower? Photosynthesis. Oxygen. Something, yabo. Uthatha izinto eziseceleni eziphathelene nayo iflower usebenzise zona ukwakha istory sakho. Don't take it literally.
I had always been a fan of the July since I was in university, and I would be traumatized if I missed it.
And I was about to say, and you would go. Even I'm there, and we weren't even friends.
And I would dress up and
chill,
you know, and it was a thing, you know, we go into the and we live in res, guys. Oh, damn. And I think about it, it's actually like it's weird. You know, imagine you're swiping out the gate, you and at the time there was no Uber or Bolt, so either you're booking a Mozi cab and the Mozi will be like, I guess so you take a taxi. And I didn't realize at the time how important it was to be in a marquee because I was an extra strong. I was just
in the yard.
You know? So when I got into fashion, I saw Sibu Msimang and other designers, so Andre Martin, and he was like, yo, that's a big thing, you know. And I swear to you, as I'm talking about this, because you don't realize how big it is for you to be invited.
Wow.
In fact, when I got the call, I cried because I was like, what? Do you mean all this time, like I'm busy posting and they're like, no, but we saw your work at the Durban Fashion Fair. We've been seeing you. We've followed you from the first day. We've been seeing you grow, and that is humbling. So much that you get your mind gets so messed up because you don't want to disappoint them because you're like, you're the invited. And what if I fumble and I'm never invited again? You know. But then at the same time, you're like, what if I do so well that the other designers are envious? So you have all these mixed emotions that they can mess you up so much that it can either build you or break you. And Sibu spoke a very important point when she said, don't interpret the theme literally. So whenever you get the theme, what is your interpretation?
Yes.
You know? And for us, it's one of our biggest events of the year, social event. It gives you clients from a scale of having 3, maybe a month or 4, you have 20.
Wow.
Or more. You know, I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
the 2019, I had 31.
Sure.
And I was freaked out, but I was excited. You
Yeah.
know, I still was an invited designer, but I had clients. And we don't have that.
Let's talk about fashion in itself. Okay. Sibu, what are the fashion trends currently, and what are the trends, and maybe what are the fashion do's and don'ts?
I'd say the current fashion manager is leisure wear.
Leisure wear.
Yeah, leisure
That's
wear.
like your very
Very comfortable, very, you know, because abanye basebenzela ekhaya, abanye kufanele uyafuna uba muhle but still ube comfortable. But the most important thing is funeka uyazi shape yakho ukuthi ume kanjani. And obviously if you want to enhance that, there's a certain style of dressing ofuneka uhambe nayo. But I guess umuntu funeka wena uyithole style sakho. Unfortunately eThekwini we're not as fashion forward as Joburg, you know, so I think we are more reserved.
I see.
So sometimes uthola ukuthi mase siyigqokele thina sesiyifakile izinto
To you it's normal. To you it's normal, you know, and you get people staring at you.
But is there a thing that's not fashion? I think could I wear a thing and you say, oh no, that's not fashion? That's just, I don't know. Is that a thing?
I would say yes.
Okay, all right.
There is a line, which there is. But the thing is, fashion is what it is to you.
Yes.
And it is what it is to me.
Okay.
You know? Yes, we can say there is a line, but I really can't pinpoint what it be. Unless you're wearing it wrong, unless you've styled it wrong, then we can say your styling is wrong.
Right.
But when it comes to fashion, it's your interpretation. It's how you feel. Of late, everyone has gained weight. Very few people. I hate her.
Right.
So for me, I want you to be comfortable enough to own your flaws. If you know you've got a flaw, own it. Or cover it.
Yeah, sure.
Because it's yours.
And then there's like men's fashion and women's fashion. And Athenkosi, you were saying you do predominantly men's wear.
Yeah.
So when you say predominantly men's wear, means you do women's wear as well?
Yeah.
Which one is the easiest to do, women's or men's fashions?
I think for me, the easiest is men's because that's where my focus is. And I find women's wear a bit challenging. But as we were saying, unisex, yonke into usuyakwazi ukuyihlanganisa. Yeah, depending on our cards or whatever a client yakho ifunayo, or whenever you decide to keep a collection, direction yayo uyisangana.
Well, obviously you spoke about the fifth earlier when you were when you were introducing the fifth, which is one of the outlets, and also the DFF Emporium as well. What other outlets, guys? I'm challenging you. Let us. Where else can we get locally designed stuff?
For me,
yes.
The weirdest thing, I bought fabric in February, which was the Pride print. I bought over 80 meters of it from February to now. And when I say that, I mean, I went and collected a roll, and I had been buying 30 meters. And for me, the first time I bought it, I was like, yo, I've been looking for this fabric. Out of Mona, I took 20 meters, and I didn't know more than that. I was like, actually, let me make shirts. And I made one shirt and I posted on Twitter, which most people are scared of Twitter. Guys, I have careered to over 50 people I have never met in my life. So social media as well is a store. It's a store. We in times where we can't actually afford a store, but you have a store online. You've got a media presence. Durban Fashion Fair has afforded us that opportunity to get known, to present our work to the world. Each I can tell you right now, it's when I walked in, I was like, oh, there's age.
Exactly.
It's a statement piece.
Yeah.
She can be wearing all black, it's a statement piece. And all she has to do is just post it on a mannequin and it goes viral.
Right. Athenkosi, where do we get a hold of your stuff before you tell us where do we get a hold of you?
Yeah, as Umlazi said, mostly it's social media. I've been getting my clients through social media.
Okay, I'm on Instagram as Sibu Msimang and on Facebook as well. Sibu Msimang. My range is available at the 5th Glenwood Village.
It's Mxolisi Luke on Instagram, Mxolisi Luke on Twitter, and Mxolisi Luke Mkhize. Mxolisi Luke on
Guys, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, you guys should be comedians. Really, like side, you know, side hustle.
Little part 2.
Oh my goodness, like, yeah, how many times have you been requested? Every time we come, especially for a panel, we're like, okay, guys, it's not over. But it is over for now. Thank you so much, guys, for offering our invite. Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah, but exactly. We should do like a segment, like a man cleaning. Yeah, man. Okay. Thank you so very much for joining us. So thank you very much for joining us. Please do comment, share, like, and do everything to this episode. And do subscribe onto the YouTube channel so that you can see all the other episodes. Trust me, next time we won't be laughing this much, but we will be giving you 100% show because you are 100% real people. Thank you so much, Mkhize. Thank you so much, Sibu. Thank you so much, Athenkosi. And thank you so much to the design world in eThekwini. You guys are making us so proud. It really is beautiful. So until next time, my name is Tembeka Finani. Remember, I love you so much, but God loves you more.